Ernie Zuniga, Monica Taylor, weather with Sean Stevens. This is San Antonio's Fox News First.
Well, welcome back. Many of us make decisions based on what our gut tells us, but how about doing that when it comes to investing our hard-earned money? Well, we're joined live by financial expert and author of this book in my hand, Intuitive Investor, Jason Voss, also retired at the age of 35. So I guess you do something right.
Well, Monica, thank you. I hope that was the case. I did well by my shareholders, and I did well too. Okay,
well, let's talk about it. Why do you believe intuition is essential for investing success?
It's a great question. It's the whole point of the book. There's no such thing as a future fact. Facts, by definition, are things that occurred in the past, but investing unfolds in the future. So investing in facts are a little bit at cross purposes, and that's usually very surprising to people to consider. And so my argument is when you get to that point where you think you know a business or you know a prospective investment, you really have to, you make an emotional decision. Do I buy or not? And yet most people never really have made that a science. And so that's what the book is about, is how to make those emotionally based gut decisions, basically.
And one of the things I wanted to ask, is your advice comparable to your impression or emotional feelings that you get like when you meet someone for the first time?
Absolutely. In fact, there are many exercises in my book designed to separate out what I'll call emotional responses and feeling responses. The emotional responses have a little bit of prejudice involved. So say for example, you go out and it's a cold day. You can either like the cold day or you maybe like the crispness. But the fact is it's cold, right? And so it's like if in fact you don't like that, that's an emotional response. The feeling response is, the temperature's about 50. You know, that kind of thing.
Right, and we all know intuitive doesn't always work, especially when it comes to gambling. So what makes it work for investing then?
Well, there really is a science to it, and that's why I wrote this book, is because I saw how essential it was in my own investing career, and I really wanted people to know what it was that I did that separated it from just pure gut instinct. There's a real science to it, and one of the things, as I just mentioned, was you have to strip away emotions from feelings. They're two different things.
And of course, when you invest with your gut, are we betting on short-term or long-term? Because a lot of times we say yes in the beginning and then maybe a couple of weeks from now that feeling changes. How do we know how to invest and when to do it?
That is the best question I've been asked in a long time. It really depends. You have to continually check in. Oftentimes people will give investment advice. You should be a long-term investor, or you should invest in short-term. You should time the market. And really, the fact is it's a moving sea of information, a moving sea of decision-making by everybody who participates in the financial markets. And you have to constantly assess. And by constantly, as a professional, each day there was a news flow that I had to assess. And so that really dictates your decision-making.
Well, Jason Voss, you did something right. Congratulations on your success. And if people believe in their gut, Intuitive Investor is a great book to pick up. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Monica.
All right.